Security at Rodney's was pretty intense. They patted everyone down. They made sure no one left without paying. The one thing I'll say about Rodney's is they really, really were aware of everything that was going on in the Dabbleverse and our show and who to let in and who not to let in. It was pretty crazy. I'm sure everyone saw it and heard it. I guess Njranger came and they denied entry until Bob Levy and that dickhead Schmil Buckman, the no talent that he is, got him back in. Now, I did not alert Rodney's. I did not tell them anything. I was actually talking shit about Rodney's before going in there, saying I wanted to get banned because the owner was talking shit about me. But apparently they got wind that Njranger had brought up that he's a... By the way, go back and look at the video because I said, come talk that shit to my face, which he didn't. And then he immediately goes into how he's a gun owner and the back off. So it's out there. I didn't do anything. So people said I contacted Rodney's to have him banned. I didn't. I did not once contact Rodney's or the owner for that matter. So Njranger is just one of these clowns that just wants attention and who's fucking obsessed with me. This guy is a lunatic obsessed with me. The guy came up wearing a shirt with my face on it. And again, didn't say anything to my face, not one thing. They had every opportunity to talk that shit and do what they do on their screens and their streams. They don't. And let me also put it out there, like, Njranger, you're not a guy. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're always saying I'm below you. Like, you're a fat little guy. You're just a fat little dude who isn't talented, who's not funny, and who just obsesses over everything I do. Same with Schmil Buckman. These guys are, like, the definition of losers. Like, dictionary definition. Like, Schmil Buckman, I heard, like, blew off his wife to come to this. And then he tried going on stage and reading John's criminal record and bombed. It's just like embarrassing. I avoided all these people all night long. I have nothing to say to them. And Schmil tried to like sit next to me and get a photo. I should have knocked his ass out. I don't know. I was in a good mood, so I just let it happen. But yeah, these guys are all talk. They're just they can't back up anything. Kevin Soundboard, awesome time last night, dude. Thanks for hanging. Yes, Kevin Soundboard, shout out to him and Tarnished Maiden. Kevin Soundboard, I think I have the video, got up in Njranger's face at the end of the evening, and Njranger backed off like a bitch and left the venue. Kevin Soundboard got up in his face and called him out, saying he's a fucking phony who obsesses over me, just trying to clout chase with the chat room people. While sucking up the Ray DeVito. And Njranger, like, ran away like a pussy. That's a fact. I have the video. I have the video of Njranger running away from Kevin Soundboard. It's there. It happened. It's undeniable. It happened. Ryan Sharman says Kevin's Soundboard was sitting next to Kevin like a man. I mean, yeah, we were just hanging out. Kevin was hanging out all night. It was his birthday. He was drinking beers. And we're having a good time. And I got to say this, man, and I like the guy, but Johnny F. Carson, man, you got to learn how to behave, man. It was rough, dude. You're a hard guy to hang out with. Like, I don't know what the fuck you were on, if you were drunk, but man, oh man, how old are you, dude? Like, calm the fuck down. I don't know if it's because I'm not drinking, and I don't know. It was a little too much. Like throughout the whole show, the after show, it was just, it threatened to beat everybody up and fight everybody. It was exhausting. Like a child, man. And I like you, Johnny. I do. And I appreciate you coming. And I appreciate you always, contributing to the shows. But man, next time we do one of these live events, maybe cut back on the booze or something. But it was just too much. It was rough, dude. Keanu showed up, KIKI. I avoided her all night, never said a word to her, because I know she's a clout-chasing bitch looking for content, and I got nothing to say to her. She said what she had to say on her stream. Gino has said what she had to say. I have nothing to say to these people. They're fucking garbage people. They'll go wherever the wind blows for money and views. They're Stuttering John's opener. Keanu's a terrible comedian. So I just avoided her the whole time. The crowd was rowdy, to be expected. T.O. Hank was sitting up front, stage left. Bill from Jersey was sitting with Johnny F. Carson, like literally right up front. And it was more of a, I don't know what it was, a monster truck rally. I don't know. It was just constant yelling and chanting. And I was like, this is what it's going to be. And Kevin went up, and he was fun. He was fucking around, doing Dabbleverse jokes, shitting on people. And he was having fun. He was having a good time. He bought up Barry ribs. Barry was being Barry. I guess he did well. He was yelling at the crowd. I'm drinking Stevia. I'm pouring it into my... I walked out like in the middle of Barry's set, but he was getting a good response. And then Ray went up. Ray got his standing ovation like he always does. Ray started doing Ray. Started talking Dabbleverse, going into the crowd. And I go, okay, well, people are into it, I think. And then I left for a little bit, went in the lobby and came back. And at that point, Ray had lost the room. There was nothing going on. Like, he completely got in his head. He was doing Dabbleverse and he was on the crowd. I don't know what he was doing. And then Bob walked in and he goes, okay, we got to get Ray off stage. So we lit Ray to get off stage. Ray left and Stevie Lou went up. And here's the one thing I'll say about Stevie Lou. I changed my opinion on Stevie Lou. We didn't have a very good start, but we met in AC like last year and we squashed it. And I've turned a corner on Stevie. He's I get Stevie now. I didn't get Stevie before, but now I get him. And he's like he's good for the community. He's silly. He gets along with everybody. You know, he did his thing. You know, he's not he's confident. I'll give him that. Stevie's confident. But he went up and did like 5 minutes, and then I went up and I asked the owner, I was like, I want to come up to the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song. I said, just fucking blast it. And I had a whole thing worked out. And as I'm approaching the stage, like the music's not hitting. Just like kind of like at Kevin's roast when I had him play the Chappelle song, it just wasn't playing. I'm not going to do theme music anymore. I think we're done with theme music coming to the stage. But I was going to come up to the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song and just do this whole spiel. I was going to spit water or whatever. And then halfway through it, the Stone Cold song came on, but it was very like low. And it is what it was. It was awkward. And then it was just rowdy right out of the gate. Johnny Carson was just screaming like he had Tourette's. And T.O. Hank was yelling shit. And they were chanting Ray. And but they were all chanting me coming up, too. It was a good reaction. And I just hung in the pocket. I've been in many of those situations before. And you just got to do crowd control and just kind of interject bits and do a little crowd. I did a little Dabbleverse. I was just kind of like calling audibles throughout. I didn't have a plan set of what I was going to do, but I was just feeling the room. But I did my time. I think I did okay, for the situation it was. I got him to pay attention. I got off Bob. Bob goes, look, you got the room back. Thanks, man. That was fucking, you're a pro. And Bob went up, commanded the room. He's a crowd work guy. And literally, he did what Bob does. He closed. He's the headliner. He's the closer. But he got the crowd to shut the fuck up, which was great. And Bob was a pro. And all in all, we pulled it out. It was a good show. I will put that show. I know Melton was going over it and critiquing it it's like, don't even, Melton, your stand-up show in Hackamania was fucking garbage. You had open micers on stage. This show, it wasn't the greatest stand-up show, but it was fun. Like, we did something. Like, we had a good time. People enjoyed themselves. They're all in the chat. Bill was there. Tarnished Maiden. A lot of people were there having a great time. All in all, it was great. Me and this label go way back.
Hello.
I don't think Jason Scoop beat her up, but even if he did, after last night's performance by Keanu, who can blame him? Justice for Jason Scoop. Like, I don't like her. I'm not a fan. I think she stinks. I think she's an attention whore. I'm sure there's more to that Jason Scoop story than we know. You know, I'm not for guys hitting women, but Keanu really puts herself in horrible positions all the time. She's a terrible judge of character. She married Gino Bisconte, which just goes to show you who she is. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. I avoided her all night long. I did not say one word to her. Whatcha? It's Tommy Jordan. There's Ray. Somebody made that painting of me. There's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight from yesterday. Oh yeah, this is the fight. Stevie keeping the peace.
It's weird.
All right, yeah, that was Kevin Soundboard going after Njranger. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this Njranger has some sort of weird mental thing when it comes to me, and then I guess Kevin Soundboard has picked up on it, and a lot of people have. They have this Chad derangement syndrome. I don't know what it is. Shmuel has it. Chad, can you dispel any rumors that you drank last night? How was Kevin, and what did he actually do? No, I didn't drink at all. I mean, I was drinking this all night long. Kevin was in great mood. He was in good spirits. He was having fun. He was joking around. Kevin drinking is the best Kevin. He's so much fun to be around. I remember I got drunk with Kevin in Pittsburgh. He did some WDVE event with like Colin Quinn and Rachel Feinstein and I forget, Bill Crawford and who else was there. I don't remember, but I remember I was doing a show that night and I was in the hotel across from him and we ended up drinking all night. And he's a fucking blast to hang out with. And shout out to Kevin Brennan, man. He gave me everything he made at Rodney's. He gave me. Like, basically, whatever Kevin was making at Rodney's, he gave it to me. And that's the nicest thing I can ask for. So, I mean, I didn't ask for it, but it was the nicest thing you can do. So Kevin didn't take any money yesterday from anybody, and he gave it to me. In fact, he kept giving me money. So I'm Kevin's great. Speaking of MLC, so Brian McCarthy was there, and he was sitting there with Adam, and I talked to Adam. You know, Adam and I are cool. We're fine. And I said, I'm going to go up to Brian, because why not? I'm like, hey, Brian, how you doing? And Adam's like, hey, it's Chad Zumock. And he goes, oh, hey, how's it going? He gives me, reluctantly shakes my hand. I go, you look good, Brian. And he doesn't. You could tell he was on Ozempic. He looks like shit. And he goes, oh, thanks. And then he just immediately blows me off. And I'm like, Brian, who do you think you are, Brian? You're a fucking blind nothing. You have nothing going on. You're not a comedian. You know Eddie Ift and Joe DeRosa. That's it. That's your credits. He brings Kevin to the stage, goes up and starts doing material and bombs and starts shitting on me, and then immediately leaves afterwards. Brian McCarthy's a piece of shit. I hate Brian McCarthy. He thinks he's better than everybody. He's not. He's a blind fuck, and I wish the worst for him. I wish anything bad happened to Brian McCarthy and Gino Bisconte. I wish nothing but horrible things to happen to him, Patrick Melton, and Gino Bisconte. The three of them, I hope they're in a pine box in the next 3 years. And I do mean that. I really do. No YouTube's terms of service. I mean, I hope the worst for them. Beloved Chatter was there. Watching the 6 to 10 people in the attendance who had never heard of the Dabbleverse was the best part of the show. Oddly, they all left during race set. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. And thanks for being a member for 31 months. Beloved Chatter was there in attendance, observing, reporting. There were random people that showed up just for a comedy show. It's New York City. It's Saturday night. Let's go to a comedy show. And they showed up and watched us on stage talking about Gino and KIKI and Rob Saul. And Ray goes up and does what Ray does. Listen, I mean this. I don't hate Ray. I don't. I've known him way too long. But Ray gets in his head. Every time there's a Dabbleverse, he just starts doing what Ray does and loses the room. And that's what happened. The people that were just going for a comedy show, they just left. And of course, they were the only females that were there. It was a fucking sausage fest of white dudes. And the only females that show were there for a comedy show. And they're like, yeah, we're out of here. So thanks to Ray for walking the crowd. Did you split the money with your fellow openers? Everyone got paid. Barry got paid what he was told he was getting paid. Ray got paid from Brian Landon. That's another thing. At the end of the night, Ray was throwing a fit because Brian Landon wouldn't pay him because he was just fucking with him. And Ray was just getting pissy, bitching how he turned down this big gig for this and he didn't want to be there. And he was selling his posters. And the sad part is the posters he was selling were the posters I made of Ray as the headliner. So he went to FedEx or UPS and got these things printed of posters I made. And he was bitching about everything. So Ray wasn't supposed to be on the show. In fact, he took Brian Landon into the showroom to have a talk with him. And I overheard the conversation. And Ray was like, just don't be a dick. And then Brian was like, Ray, do you realize the only reason you're on the show is because of me? I paid to have you on the show. You know that. And Ray was just like, just don't be a dick, man. Don't try to be funny in front of people and fuck with my money. And it was really awkward. But it's true. Ray wasn't supposed to be on the show. Brian Landon paid for him to be on the show. And then he sold a bunch of posters. He made a lot of money. I don't know what Ray's gig he turned down was, but he made more money doing that show than he did anywhere else. That's a lie. If Ray says he was making more money somewhere else, he's lying. I'm not down. I spent almost $700 on this hotel for 2.5 days. I flew United here. That was about $200 because I had a credit. And, I'm good. I'd say this whole trip between Rodney's, all the contributions on the back end, the super chats, I'm a little bit above. Mint Diggity was there. Mint Diggity and his hot girlfriend was there. He was a good guy. Shout out to Mint Diggity. He was hanging out. Who else was there? Johnny F. Carson, obviously. And again, Johnny, calm down. That's all I'm going to say is calm the fuck down. It's pretty rough. You put people in bad positions. I just want to let you know that, Johnny. Like, you test people's patience. Because we do like you. You're a good guy. But you need to calm the fuck down. Whatever the fuck you were on, don't do it. I mean, you can't try to fight everybody. It's obnoxious. OVO Cool Cat, I saw you and Barry get along. Change of events. Yeah, Barry threw a curveball. Barry's been talking shit about me for 3 years and immediately went into nice guy mode as soon as I saw him. So it was a work. Barry's been working us the whole time. And I talked to Barry a little bit. Let's watch some more video that I took. You ready?
Where's Keanu? He's on the phone. Why are you fighting? Everyone's
Yeah, that's the video. But yeah, Kiki showed up for some reason, and she's trying to obviously clout chase and get content. Gino never showed. Gino's a bitch. He sent Kiki on his behalf. He sat at home and just sat in my chat because Gino's a bitch. He's a beta bitch. Kiki runs with these like little things, calling Kevin an old man and me an opener. I mean, Kiki sucks. Can we all agree that Kiki sucks? She's terrible. She's a terrible human. She's terrible at everything she does. Can we agree? Fernham, did I miss the Njranger beatdown? Njranger didn't say shit to me. The whole night, he never came up to me. In fact, I went outside when he wasn't being allowed in. I go, did you bring your gun? And then he just kind of like shrugged it off. But Njranger is by the way, he's a fat guy. Like, he's overweight. So him always like commenting on my looks and like, dude, what? These people don't have any self-awareness. Like Patrick Melton, Njranger, Shmuel Buckman, Gino Bisconte. They have no self-awareness of who they are and where they are. It's embarrassing. It really is. I love it though, because it's just like, I'll call it like I see it. The Rodney's owner was cool. What's his name? Mark? He was totally professional. I went in there with the intentions of being a dickhead and getting banned because he was talking shit with Gino. But he was a pro. He was on it. You know, he had photos of Njranger just for paying attention. What else was there? There was something. He was frisking everybody coming through the door, watching people. Yeah, it was funny. Ray went into some weird thing about, this is where it got weird with Ray. Like, he was trying to roast Kevin. And he started talking about when Kevin's brother died and he didn't go to the funeral. You know, it's none of our business, but Ray brought it up on stage like, you know, you're a piece of shit when your family doesn't want you at the funeral. And it was just like, where are you going with this, Ray? Like, why are you bringing this up? It was awkward as fuck. Like, Ray, I don't know what Ray's, like, what he was trying to do, but it just didn't fit and it just wasn't funny. HVAC North. Ryan Sherman says, Fernham, what are your thoughts on Mint Diggity? Mint Diggity's a good guy. He's solid. He's a good dude. He's got a good-looking girl, too. Shout out to Mint Diggity, pulling in the right? Got to give him a shout-out, guys. Got to give him a shout-out. Fernham says, did Kiki try to yell at you from afar? No, Kiki stayed the fuck away from me, too. I think at one point she tried to talk to me, and I just kind of blocked it. Galactic Wrestling Federation, props to you, Z, for walking the walk and talking that talk.